If you like old school comic book heroes zoning the opponent with projectiles and flying around the screen, then look no further, because Iron Man is for you in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Iron Man is a keep away character who has access to multiple projectiles to deal chip damage and zone the enemy out. He wants to keep the enemy at mid-range, and he isn't great up close, and his command normals and specials are often too slow to hit enemies who are far away. Some of Iron Man's pros are his mobility options. In addition to the universal movement options, Iron Man also has an air dash and the ability to fly. He also has several great neutral tools that can be used on both the ground and in the air, and his Uni Beam is one of the best assists in the game, as it's a very strong beam that can help with approaching or zoning the enemy. Some of Iron Man's cons are that his grounded normals have inconsistent and slightly awkward range and often won't chain into each other properly. His launcher in particular is horrible, and he has very linear combo routes which harms his damage output and makes him a bit predictable. His air dashes, while nice to have, aren't great overall, because for the first 11 frames of the animation, he can't attack. This might not sound like a lot, but most if not all other characters don't have this limitation for their air dashes. A con regarding his diagonal air dashes is the speed. Usually, a character reaches their maximum air dash speed right away, but Iron Man starts off slow and then builds up speed, which harms his movement and combo potential. Out of Iron Man's 3 assists, I recommend Uni Beam. Repulsor Blast is the same as his special, and it has high durability while also functioning as an anti-air, but the range isn't great and it's quite situational. Smart Bomb is an OTG assist, but unlike most other OTG assists like Wesker's Samurai Edge or Sentinel's Rocket Punch, it has way more damage scaling. Overall, Unibeam provides you with the most amount of positives, but if you desperately need a combo extender tool, try out Repulsor Blast and Smart Bomb and see how you go. Standing Light is a regular jab that can be rapid fired. It can be mashed as an anti-air, but due to the reach, it's hard to convert into a full combo if done this way. Standing Medium is a very long-range poke, and it often pushes the enemy out of range, so it's hard to follow up with a combo. Standing Heavy has a large hitbox and great damage for a normal, and it causes a decent amount of hit stun. Standing Heavy also has lots of pushback, so do it after crouching medium to score a combo. Crouching Light is a standard low attack, but it's quite fast. Crouching Medium is like a sweep, and it's a very important tool due to it knocking the enemy into the air for combos. It also low profiles high attacks, but the low profile timing window is very small, so be careful because you can be punished. Crouching Heavy shoots out this downwards rocket that travels around 3/4 of the screen. It pops the enemy into the air a bit on hit, and you should do this move from a distance to ensure that you won't be punished. Standing Launcher has terrible horizontal range and slow startup. The range single-handedly makes it one of Iron Man's most inconsistent tools, as this makes his combos very finicky and inconsistent. Standing Light can be used as an instant overhead, but it has to be done out of a fuzzy guard on regular size opponents. This move allows Iron Man to link attacks when using flight in combos, but it does have poor range. Jumping Medium has great range for an aerial normal, but other than this, it's not too special. Jumping Heavy is a great neutral tool with a very large hitbox. It has long recovery, but you can cancel this with flight. Use this move to keep the enemy at bay, which is where you want them to be. Jumping Launcher has a huge hitbox and does good damage, so it's a good move overall, but other than that, it doesn't have any standout properties. Performed with up and heavy in the air, Iron Man performs Focus Shot higher. This move juggles the enemy higher than normal, which makes it useful to adjust the enemy's height during air combos. Performed with down and heavy in the air, Iron Man performs Focus Shot lower. This move is nearly identical to the previous move, but Iron Man hits downwards. Performed with quarter circle forward and a button, Iron Man performs Uni Beam. This is your standard beam projectile. And Uni-Beam is special in that it takes an additional 8 frames after the startup for the beam to hit full screen. The stronger the button, the more Iron Man has to charge it, but when it's fully charged, you get more active frames, durability, etc. You can also do Uni-Beam in the air, and this halts his aerial momentum for a bit before slowly falling down when the beam comes out. Performed with quarter circle back and a button, Iron Man performs Repulsor Spread. This move causes the energy beams to expand and retract in a rotating diagonal pattern above his head. Repulsor Blast can usually be followed up with Crouching Medium or another normal for a combo. If you press heavy during this move, you get Repulsor Spread, which is a follow-up. This move is a single hitting explosion that causes a hard knockdown, and you can combo it into an OTG or a super. Performed with a DP motion and a button, Iron Man performs Smart Bomb. Smart Bomb is an OTG, and it acts as his primary solo combo extender tool. You can also do this move in the air, and the air version is used as a keep away tool to frustrate the enemy if they try to jump towards you if you're very defensive. Performed with quarter circle back and launcher, Iron Man enters flight mode. You can perform an infinite amount of air dashes and aerial specials in this state, but you can't block. You can use flight to cancel the recovery of some normals to make them safe, and so that they can act as combo tools. Performed with quarter circle forward and 2 buttons, Iron Man performs Proton Cannon. The cannon itself is a physical attack that will go into the projectile portion of this super, which makes it easier to combo into. Aside from the initial hit, the super is very slow and has poor recovery, but it's not bad to use as a DHC. Performed with a DP motion and 2 buttons, Iron Man performs Angled Proton Cannon, which is like the previous super, but it hits at an upwards diagonal angle. This move is mainly used as a DHC tool, as some supers hit the opponent too high up for the regular super to properly connect. Performed with quarter circle back and 2 buttons, Iron Man performs Iron Avenger, his level 3 super. This is a cinematic super that does very good damage, and it triggers when he connects with the opponent upon traveling on the ground. Since it ends with the enemy mid-screen, you can dash up twice and get a follow-up with Smart Bomb into Proton Cannon, although this is tricky to do. The most basic Iron Man combo is the Magic Series into Smart Bomb into Proton Cannon, but here are some other combos for you to try. Iron Man's popular partners are Captain America, Dante, Doctor Doom, Wesker, Nova, Sentinel, Ryu, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Deadpool. These characters provide Iron Man with assists that allow him to zone the enemy out or to help him approach them. If you want to see some high-level Iron Man, check out DapVip on YouTube and his team of Dante, X-23, and Iron Man, as this will blow your mind if you haven't seen it before. That's all I've got for Iron Man in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Overall, Iron Man excels at keeping the enemy at bay with his mid and long range normals and specials. He's tricky to play as, but the rewards are huge if you manage to master his unconventional movement. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.